It's difficult.
It's difficult
and very cryptic. It's what we call apocalyptic. Full of symbols, dreams and visions. Waves us with some tough decisions. What's this symbol represent? What's the message being sent? Crazy scenes from our creator. You might need your calculator, 'cause in here you'll find it true that numbers can be symbols too. Revelation, what a trip. Read it as I sail my ship. These messages to John were sent. If only I knew what they meant. Ay, ay, ay. This stuff is crazy.
What started with a garden where the Bible did begin has ended with a garden city free of pain and sin. Our journey coming to a close.
Or a beginning.
I suppose we can read the final book with ease if we focus on the forest, not the trees. Revelation kind of crazy. Try to read it, don't be lazy.
Revelation kinda groovy, kinda freaky, kinda like a scary movie.
Don't let details
Like long hair on a giant locust.
exactly bog you down.
Alright, I'll try not.
Just back way up and take a look around.
Oh, that's much better.
All these symbols tell a story of a God who comes in glory to destroy the evil that has made us frown.
Just back right up and take a look around.
Revelation kinda crazy. Try to read it, don't be lazy. Revelation kinda groovy, kinda freaky, kinda like a scary movie.
That was fun.
Though the trouble's not yet done, we know the battle has been won. And though the symbols can be odd, they tell the story of a God who has a wonderful, glorious, marvelous, victorious plan to set things right, so we can live with him in the light. And at last we find a very happy end for the ones of Jesus who he calls his friends. And you know there's gonna be a celebration if you finished reading all of Revelation. Amen, amen, amen.
Imagine with me for a moment, you could have anything you wanted, but only one thing. What would you choose?
How about a lifetime supply of beef jerky?
I get a statue of myself made out of butter.
In 2 Chronicles chapter 1, God said to King Solomon, ask for anything and it's yours, and then some. Did he ask for a new Corvette, or at least a low-ride chariot? No, he asked for wisdom with which to rule the kingdom. His wisdom went out far and wide. Oh, how I'd like to pull him aside and ask him some questions about math
And relationships.
Well, you can still read his advice.
In 2 Chronicles?
No, in Proverbs.
So what's in 2 Chronicles?
All the kings of Judah.
And who were they?
So you wanna know the kings of Judah? Read Chronicles number 2. The bad, the best, and the lesser, till the time of Nebuchadnezzar. There's plenty of them, all 20 of them we're singing. Rehoboam, Abijah, Abijah, Asa, and Jehoshaphat. Then Jehoram, Ahaziah, Athaliah, Joash, Amaziah, Uzziah, also known as Azariah. Then we got some Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, Manasseh, and Amon. The list goes on. Josiah took it higher, he deserves his own song. Jehoahaz out, Jehoiakim in, courtesy of the Egyptians. Jehoiakim out, Jehoiachin in, thanks to Nebuchadnezzar and the Babylonians.
Wait, there was one more.
Who?
Zedekiah.
Rehoboam, Abijah, Asa, and Jehoshaphat. Then Jehoram, Ahaziah, Athaliah, Joash, Amaziah, Uzziah, also known as Azariah. Then we got some Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, Manasseh, and Amon. The list goes on. Josiah took it higher, he deserves his own song. Jehoahaz out, Jehoiakim in, courtesy of the Egyptians. Jehoiakim out, Jehoiachin in, thanks to Nebuchadnezzar and the Babylonians.
Forgot Zedekiah.
Oh yeah, and Zedekiah.
On the banks of the Jordan River, Elijah removed his coat. Elisha thought he was preparing for a swim, but Elijah said no. Nope. He smacked the water with his jacket and split that river in two. They walked right across on dry land. Now that's much cooler than using a canoe. But canoes are cool, paddle boats are not cool. But if you are really into miracle working, to prophet best friends with names similarly sounding, then 2 Kings is for you. Elisha got some stew for his buddies, but somebody added poisonous gourds. Elisha just threw in some flour. Now it's okay, go on and dip you some more. All the prophets were gathered at the river. Somebody sunk an iron axe head. Elisha threw a stick and that axe head floated up. Now that's much cooler than using a magnet. But magnets are cool. Magnet schools are not quite as cool. But if you want the scoop on contaminated soup, or if you think you want to make everything's bouillon, then 2 Kings is for you. But 2 Kings is not all miracles and coolness. It gets downright discouraging at times. The people of Israel and Judah push God right out of their minds. Forgetting God ain't cool. I wouldn't recommend that for you, but I do suggest you maybe rent a canoe and get yourself a crew of ancient prophets too. Bring some magnets with you and a thermos of gourd stew, 'cause 2 Kings is for you.
We learned about Judges, we learned about Ruth, and nasty stuff Israel did in her youth. These books in the Bible, they teach us the truth, that God is the one we should follow. In Judges we saw how they followed themselves, ignoring the law Moses put on their shelves. And deep into misery our story delves, a lesson in who we should follow. The horrors of Judges, they show us the thing that Israel needs is a good godly king. And Ruth is a tiny book you can read fast, that points to the king that is coming at last. Redemption, I'll shout it with all of my breath. A king who can save us from sin and from death. The seeds have been planted, we know it's the truth. way back in the Bible with Boaz and Ruth.